Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up tonight. We gonna light it up just like the sunrise. We gonna light it up now.
Hello, everyone. Happy Feminist Friday. Oh, goodness. I haven't even, warmed up yet. I'm just, woo, we're going. We're doing the thing. Hello. Thank you all for joining us. Unpredictably early. Again. You're muted, Lil. See, folks, we didn't even have time to do a sound check first. Still muted. No idea what you're saying.
Yeah,
There
hi.
we
I keep forgetting to unmute my mic because I mute my mic whenever I'm not on. So, but yeah, I'm running around trying to get a drink. My mom got home really late last night, so I had to talk to her about everything that's going on with her, and she's fine. So, but yes, I was ready to go. I was ready to go early. I had a hint.
I was lollygagging, I have to admit. I went and I got the stuff I have to do first, eat something so I can take my medicine. But then after I was like, it looks like they're going. I probably have half an hour before we start. I'll just rest for a minute and then I'll go pick out my outfit. And then right then, just as I sat down to rest for a minute, Chris is like, okay, we're picking it up for today. Bye.
Yeah, it is oh, okay.
So I was what haven't I worn in a couple of days? I can just throw on.
Yeah, the vast majority of my wardrobe is black, so it's what black shirt have I not worn this week yet?
I actually thought about a black shirt too because just yesterday I change before every show for some reason. I'm insufferable that way. I don't know, but I did an afternoon show yesterday. As you may have heard, the Supreme Court did that shadow docket thing and ruled on trans people's passports, or more specifically, they ruled on a request by the administration to lift an injunction on a stay while the thing is in process. And yet it's layers and layers of legal bullshit. But TLDR, the Supreme Court ruled it is an emergency level priority for the United States to be able to hurt trans people for no demonstrable good reason.
Mm-hmm.
They ruled that yesterday. So I did a show about it. Of course I did. And I just threw in a gray t-shirt. And the reason I mention that is because right behind that gray t-shirt was my black Kiss Me I'm Firish t-shirt, which I thought about wearing for today, but I decided to be a bit more festive instead.
Yeah.
Incidentally, if you didn't catch yesterday's show, the evening show, do be sure to check that out because forget Ember's performance. The focus is on Justice. It's too early and I haven't had enough coffee. One of the justices wrote the dissenting opinion and it is fucking fire and it deserves attention and needs to be focused on. So that's what that was for, is because that one show In Other News, the point of it is to cover the news that the news won't cover, or at least the parts of it, the angles of it that really, really need attention that aren't getting it. Because like I'm sure people heard about the decision on ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox and so forth, but they didn't hear the reasoning, the import of the case, that sort of stuff. So yeah, adventures and things. Anyway, today, Feminist Friday, we are discussing the disgusting, the way things for women are the same, but not the same. And there's a lot. I dropped a poll in the chat last night to see what y'all think. Which is the worst? Just the worst. Like the worst discrimination, the worst sort. I mean, we know there are worse things, but like in the context of this, of pink capitalism, what's the worst? Is it the pink tax, where women pay more for the same damn thing but colored pink? Is it pointlessly gendered products like Legos for girls? Is it inferior versions of products like the toolkit with 41 pieces and the ladies' toolkit that has 20 pieces? Is it engineered needs? And by that, I mean stuff that we don't actually need, but has been made up to make us need it. Example, diamonds. Nobody used diamonds for anything until a little over 100 years ago when the De Beers Company figured out how to make this relatively common and not particularly valuable stone priceless in terms of romance, and then artificially restricted the supply to both increase demand and decrease supply, jacking up the value and making themselves stupidly rich. Now people seem to think you can't even get engaged without a diamond that costs twice your annual salary or something.
Yeah, I mean, diamonds have some super, like, there's some super cool properties to diamonds, but that's like all like science properties and stuff. That's cool. I'll tell you one thing that has irked me it's irked me for years is the fact that things like feminine hygiene products are taxed because they are considered a luxury good. And the thing is like those suckers are not cheap either. And it's like you have if you are a female, you have to have them. Like you kind of have to. It's something you can't really go without. Guys don't really have that. They don't have to deal with that.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of something analogous. I mean, like there's a few things that technically you don't need, like deodorant, for example. You could just wash yourself more often, you know?
Yeah.
You could. But like, I don't know. There's so many products that are like somewhere in between, like baby powder, for example. I know
Mm-hmm.
so many people who use baby powder to prevent getting sweaty and stinky. Basically, the same reason as antiperspirants, but in different parts of the body and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
No one is saying you have to do that. It's a thing that they do for their own convenience to make their own life more convenient.
Yeah.
But I could also see people taking that and making that one of the social expectations or something, you know? So I
Yeah.
don't know.
I mean, but like
Hmm.
even with like feminine like hygiene products and stuff, like that's something that's been right through history. One thing that I love, one of the many things that I love about history is I love seeing like the little problems like that. Like how did women deal with that like 500 years ago, before we had what we have now? And they
Funny you
had
should
way,
mention that.
huh?
That's so I don't have videos for us today. As on Feminist Fridays, it's hit or miss. Sometimes there's a specific video I want to react to. Like next week's is Are Women Actually Evil? And behind all the horrible things happening to women, what could possibly go wrong there? But today I have just a variety of articles for us to pull from. And one of them that we may get to has to do with how we got feminine hygiene products, shall we say, and why
Mm-hmm.
they've been forced into our society as a thing a woman must buy all the time.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of those things like, okay, yes, it's not like a you're going to die without it, but it's so inconvenient to not have them. Because with them, like, you can go about your daily life like you weren't menstruating at the time. So,
Mm-hmm. And that's sort of the thing. Because, like, think about what would you do if you didn't have them?
yeah.
You'd have to come up with some alternative. And there's very few things that are anything I mean, maybe a sham wow is close to as absorbent, but stuff that's
ShamWow.
available at the turn of the 20th century, it's rags and cloths, and they're not nearly absorbent enough. They'll last maybe an hour, maybe two on a heavy
Um,
flow day, you know?
even before that, they would use moss, which is apparently pretty good. Like, there's certain kinds of moss do really, really well. And
Hmm.
yeah, it's where it would be just like with baby diapers before we have the disposable ones we have now, and some people are going back to, but they did the
Mhm.
cloth diaper things, or just let the kids run around with nothing on the bottoms. Just let them go.
Right. But in the case of babies, they're usually things have been changing now that everybody has to work all the time. So childcare is a thing. But
Hmm.
usually they stay home. They certainly
Yeah,
don't go to work, at least.
yeah,
The difference is in the old days, when a woman was having her period, it was just standard for the woman to not go to work. Like that's why so many jobs wouldn't hire women because she'd take a week off every month
yeah.
because the men were very uncomfortable being around it, you know, for some reason. It's weird how
Hmm.
much we do for the sake of male comfort, isn't it? But never mind that for now. Um, the feminine hygiene product is as much a part of women's lib as the birth control pill because it made it possible for women to
Yeah.
consistently stay out of the house for long periods, even when it was that time of the month and nobody had to know.
I will still. Something just fell. I will still stake just about everything that I've got on that. The first like women's liberation thing was, what was that? Oh, the first tool that gave women's liberation was the washing machine, like the actual fully automatic washing machine, because it got us out from doing laundry all the damn time. If you've ever seen them have to do laundry by hand, it takes hours and hours and hours to do it.
Well, there's a whole bunch of tiny steps along those lines.
Yeah,
Um,
but
industrialized butter
that was a big
production
one.
might be an even earlier one
Hmm. Yeah, but
because we'd
that
spend
was a
hours and
big
hours.
one. That's the one where it's like, okay, as opposed to having to, agitate this for 2 hours to get the dirt out, I can throw in this machine, let it go for 5 minutes, and it's done. Um, uh, there's a documentary series that I of course I love it because of the era, but it was right around World War II, and it was about how um, all these new technologies and stuff had to come in, especially to like the countryside at the time, because we needed farmers for food and all that stuff.
We still
How
do. Yeah.
yeah, but but how stuff like washing machines and certain kitchen appliances and like easy clean floors came in because it saved time. I gotta stick that back up there.
That's the whole thing. That's sort of the engineered needs thing, right? Like
Yeah.
people didn't ever have to have those things, but because they save time, this thing saves you 15 minutes, this gadget saves you 20 minutes, this gadget saves you 30 minutes. Now you're allowed to go out for a night on the town.
Yeah.
Because you bought enough gadgets. You know, that's the whole modern kitchen thing of the 1950s.
Yeah.
An efficient kitchen.
Yeah, and but it's just one of those things. Like if we didn't have those, how many of us would still be stuck at home having to do the laundry for like a Victorian wash cycle could take 3 or 4 days. And it's just like, oh my god, dude. Like
well, bear in mind the wealthy people who had the fancy gowns that needed the special laundry also had servants. It was their paid job to do those things.
Yeah, but I mean, it's also like just everyday people needed clothes clean
right
too,
but everyday people just wore everyday clothes that you could wash in 5 minutes with a washboard and hang on a line.
Yeah, it kind of it depends, but yeah. But still, I mean, it's just like
or if you didn't have a washboard, you could use rocks. Now that's going like super primitive. People are like, why wasn't cloth more popular back in ancient times? 2 reasons. The first is you kind of need like a weaving thingy to do the weaving with. Now you could build one if you knew what you were doing ahead of time. Someone had to invent it, of course. But also the rocks. The wash was done on rocks. So you wanted thick stuff like leather and hides and such.
Yeah. And I mean, of course, like if you get wool wet, it's going to mess it up. And then, and a lot of clothing was made of wool, but the underpinning, the under layer that they would wear was linen, and you can't use linen on like a washboard. It'll just shred it. So.
I don't know if I've ever worn linen. Like, I mean, I've had linen on, like, for bandages and whatnot, but I don't know if I've ever worn it.
Yeah, like the super fancy dresses that you see, like, Renaissance women wearing, that outer layer is not meant to ever be washed because it's wool or cloth of gold, cloth of silver, something like that that can't be washed. But what they will wear underneath it is their linen, like, undergarments. Those could be washed, and that's what's that next to your skin and absorbed all the dirt and oil and stuff. But yeah, you can't be crazy rough with those either because then they'll just disintegrate.
So your clothing is to protect your clothing from you.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun. Never mind all the turkey legs dripping gravy and shit down. No, that's fine. Just keep the stinky bits of your own body off of it. Mm-hmm. We get our perfumes where we can. Before Europeans discovered ambergris, perfumes were not great, like rose water and shit. Like not super effective. C'est la vie. So we do. All right, let's start with pink tax, I suppose, because it's the most obvious thing. In our
I will
modern
not buy something
universe.
pink. Won't do it.
You do what to who?
I will not buy something that's pink. Will not do it. Nope. And honestly, this goes beyond the fact that I hate the color pink. I'm sorry, but I do. I hate it. Not my thing. But if there's something pink and there's a black one right next to it, I'm grabbing the damn black one. Every time. And 9 times out of 10, it's at least $1 cheaper.
Mm-hmm. Now, is that an evolutionary thing that's cropped up, a preference for not pink because it creates a survival advantage and that you save money and therefore have a better chance of your offspring surviving into adulthood?
Maybe, but I've just never liked pink. Like, I've never liked, like, I did apparently when I was like 5, there's like this pink in my parents have this picture of this pink and black dress that I was in, and it was apparently a very expensive dress because, of course, I was 5, didn't know the value of money. Oh my god, I want this dress. Apparently, I wanted it though because it was black and pink, and the pink was just kind of secondary. But I don't own a single piece of clothing that's pink. I just don't own it. I hate pink. I always have. And pink also used to be a boy's color, ironically enough.
Well, that's not really ironic. It's just true.
Yeah, I mean, but it's one of those things, like, you'll see guys now and they'll be like, oh my god, I'm not wearing something pink.
I know, it's wild how these big masculine men are so afraid of a color.
Same with high heels.
Yeah, I mean, heels. Well, the fucked up thing is that the manly men who used to wear heels that weren't afraid of heels also did it out of masculine insecurity. They wore the heels so they could be the taller man, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Give me an extra 3 inches and show that other guy that I'm top dog or some shit. Oh, it's so wild. Like, everything in masculine consumer culture is about insecurity. All of it, from the giant pickup trucks with the testicles hanging from the back to the fucking shavers, right? Like, even the little beard trimmers, they're all about insecurity, you know?
One of my favorite comedians has a whole thing about truck nuts. It's hilarious. Look up Christopher Titus truck nuts, and it's like the funniest thing ever. He's great. Truck nuts.
I've seen a few things about truck nuts. Like, you know, where did the truck get the nuts from exactly?
Can you imagine that? And this is pretty much ripping straight from him, but seriously, somebody had to have an investor meeting about that.
Like, I don't know. That feels like the kind of thing that the Chinese would be like, you know what Americans will buy? Testicles. They will just buy testicles. They'll hang them on something. Who knows? Let's just sell them plastic testicles.
It's like, tell me you have a small dick without telling me you have a small dick. Like, that's what I see anytime I see those on anything.
I mean, giant vehicles. Okay, so first of all, sometimes there is a legitimate need for a giant vehicle. That's why those
sometimes there is.
exist, right? Like, you know, an F-650 can tow very heavy entire buildings if it needed to, kind of thing. But like, the people who get a big vehicle just because they're compensating, it's very evident that they're compensating.
Yeah.
Same thing with guns and chainsaws. And again, it's insecurity. It's product being sold for men to compensate for their insecurity, which weirdly is exactly the same tactic being used against women.
Yeah.
Just in a different aspect of our identities. With women, it's appearance and beauty rather than manliness and size.
Yeah. I mean, well, you could even argue with size. It's women. I mean, if you remember, like, early 90s, early 2000s, how big freaking Wonder Bras were. Holy crap. You could not go to the store without seeing a huge-ass ad for Wonder Bras.
I mean, I get it. Like, people want to feel good about their bodies, and part of that is conforming with social standards, beauty standards, that other people will make them say, hey, you're beautiful. You know, people like that. They're like, I am accepted. I'm desired insofar as people want to have me around. You know, I very much get that. But like, the 90s was something else. Like, we still had the Dolly Parton wave of huge gazongas. Pamela Anderson was on Baywatch, and everybody was all about the big titty goth or not goth girlfriend thing. And that kind of never went away.
Yeah. And I mean, it's one of those things that it's like, I've always been like, and the way how I am still, and it's like, there are some people on YouTube that do like the whole makeup thing that I follow, but it's because I like them and I like their personality, not necessarily all the makeup. I don't wear a lot of makeup. I don't do the whole dress to impress. I have friends that do, and I don't begrudge them. If they want to do that, by all means, go ahead. I am comfortable in my own skin. I just want people to be comfortable however they feel like presenting themselves to the world. If you want to sit there and spend 3 hours doing your makeup and that makes you feel great about yourself, great. Me, I just don't care.
Weirdly, that kind of goes back to what you were saying earlier about devices to help with women's lib. Like, we've taken, hours of baking bread and doing laundry and stuff and replaced it with the expectation of spending an hour plus on makeup and hair.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah. Like right now, like I've got this little piece of hair that's being weird and sticking out, and it's like, okay, I don't care. I'm not here to impress anybody with my looks. My hair's a little messy. So what? I'm a woman. Deal with it. My hair gets messy from time to time.
Oh, I get that. I get that. Yeah. I mean, okay, don't get me wrong. I fucking love makeup. I love the artistic expression and the ephemeral nature of how your look for the day is just for that day. And the next day it can be something completely different. And it's wonderful. It's marvelous. And I am thrilled that I get to do it. But the flip side is it's expensive, it's time consuming, and it's so easy to get under your skin as feeling like you have to do it, or you feel insecure. Like, you feel, as I started to scale down my makeup intentionally to be more comfortable with just how I look, it felt like going outside naked, because I was like, people can see what's underneath, but I mean, pluses and minuses. For a while, that helped me get through. Like, it was almost like wearing a mask, because I was like, I can make myself more pretty and therefore more acceptable, and I'll get less hate and so on and so forth. But after a while, it becomes sort of something that holds you back, right?
Yeah.
Because you feel like you have to do the makeup every time before you leave the house and so on and so forth. And it just... So, I mean, I love doing it, but I've also made it a point for my own mental well-being to scale way the fuck back on it intentionally. Sometimes I'll do it because I really, really wanna. Like, today I would have if I'd had time. I was like set to do it, but then we didn't have time.
That's one of the reasons why I'm almost always ready, like at a moment's notice, is most days when I go out, the only makeup I put on is I will put on a little bit of concealer if I need it, if I have some spots that need to be covered, and maybe some eyeliner if I feel like it, but other than that, I'm just like, meh, whatever.
I actually, so because I had like minutes, like I got my dress on, I had decided between this hat or another hat while I was putting my dress on. I sat down while the opening was running. I'm like looking at myself in my OBS screen and going, lipstick. Because my lips were like, they were like red in the middle and faint pink on the sides, and I'm like, no, that will not do. We're not doing a Padme Amidala thing today. No. But that's about all I got.
Yeah.
So, speaking of what we got, this random person that keeps following us around.
I think there's a typo in that one too.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Sends $10. Thank you, Lil. And says, gorgeous with or with makeup?
Without typo. Shut up. Without.
Oh my goodness.
I did this. When I know the worst super chat typo I ever did was actually when I asked Kip if I could name my dog Kip. I forgot to put the word dog in the super chat, so I had to send another one immediately after today. My new dog. So it was just like, oh my god, I'm bad with typos. I have a problem with reading what I write. So
no, I get it. Sometimes I type too fast,
yeah,
especially when I'm doing too many things at once. Such is life. It's wild. Anyway, people do come here for the tangents, as you know. I should have the thing pulled up before I mention it. I'm bad at my job. It's fine, but say la vie. We do have a thing, so let's bigify the thing and then look at the thing. Look at that thing. What does price discrimination cost. And that's the thing. It's not just that it's insulting, it costs more. It literally costs more.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. So yeah, it's gender price discrimination. In theory, it's banned in many states, but does it actually happen? No, it's still a thing.
The only like cost discrimination, and this is super super niche, and this is from like 20 years ago. But my ex-husband had a construction business, and because of him being the way that he is, I actually ended up running the thing and ended up doing it. So I actually know how to do a decent amount of construction, and we all had to get hard hats. Well, they had the standard white, they had the standard yellow, and then they had other colors that were more. They did have a pink one, but the pink one was the same price as the baby blue one. In that case, fine. But yeah, it's just like it's stuff that is specifically made for women. Another good example is like razors. Like the Venus razors are so much more expensive than the men's razors that are the the Mach 3. It's basically the Mach 3.
Yeah, they're identical.
Yeah, they're identical, but the Venus is like $3 more.
Oh, yours is only $3 more.
I haven't bought
I haven't bought one of those.
Yeah, I haven't bought one of those in years, but last time I did, it was like $3 more.
I don't know either. Honestly, I still have the last set of razors I bought from like a year ago because I don't actually shave anything with the razor anymore.
Yeah,
I use an epilator.
I have I have an electric razor that I use that I absolutely love. So, and it keeps it charged for like 2 months. It's awesome.
Yeah, I mean those work really good too. I think I did a test thing between those foil electric razors, which appear to be the best ones, and like razors, and a new foil razor will get a closer shave than a new razor. But when the foil razor wears out a little bit, or well, when they both wear out a little bit, the razor will get closer than the foil one. So you have to, either way, you have to change the heads often to get good results.
Yeah, and I got really tired doing that. And then it's one of those things too. Like I know, I actually about 2 years ago, I asked a bunch of my female friends, like 3/4 of us don't even bother shaving in the winter. We're always wearing pants anyway. Why does it even bother? Why does it matter? Like, we're not going to shave if we don't have to.
There's only 2 reasons to do it. 1, you like how it feels for you, or 2, because one of the downsides of using an epilator is you have to stay on top of it. You only have to do it like once every couple of weeks. But if you don't, and the hair fully regrows, it's going to hurt as much as the first time over again.
Yeah.
But
and, I mean,
some things that don't hurt. Super chats, especially from Left-Handed Jedi, who sends us $10. Thank you so much, Jedi. And says, here's some love. Hell yeah. I love love, especially in a form that I can pay bills with.
I totally understand. My boss surprised me and paid me early this week, and I was just like, oh, okay, cool. So
early pay is good too.
It really is. The awesome thing about it is he kind of tends to have a sixth sense when I need money and will send it to me. And I'm just like,
has he been watching your shows and he's like, he's
trying to help promote my channel. Can I do a self-promotion real quick?
No, we don't do promotions on this chat. What are you talking about?
I am currently at 85 subscribers. When I get to 100, I am going to do a crafting live stream, and I'm going to finish my black roses. So,
cool.
That's what I'm going to do whenever I get to 100. And I'm going to do like a Ask Me Anything kind of live stream within reason. Don't ask me anything like super crazy, but so I really want to do. I'm so
don't be a dick.
Yeah, I'm so hyped from doing the one from Jess. Like all day yesterday, I'm like, I want to do another live stream like now. Like I want to do another crafting live stream.
I know, I get that feeling too. I'm like, you can't be on camera all the time, Ember. First of all, you'll die. Second, like, people are gonna stop watching if there's too much stuff. Like, they'll be like, I can't
I
possibly keep
kind of
up with
got
all the Ember. Fuck
by
it.
the bug thanks to you. I blame you for that.
Mhm.
It's all your fault.
It's true. It's true. But I am happy to help out on other people's shows. I've had more people recently reaching out to me and being like, Ember, come on my show and talk about the thing.
Oh, I'm
And
definitely
some of the
having you
things
on.
are important, and some of the things are just silly things that I'm interested in. Okay. Astrophysics is not a silly thing, but it doesn't have like a social impact where people's
We are
lives are
doing
changed
astrophysics.
significantly one way or the other. So that's what I mean by that. But
One
yeah,
of my favorite books, 5 Ages of the Universe. I love the crap out of this book. It's so much fun.
the universe is five ages, five
5
eras,
Ages.
5 epochs.
Yeah, it's older, but it goes through like the primordial era, the Stelliferous era, the degenerate era, the black hole era, and then like everything after. It's just a really good book. They're the guys who kind of mapped out like the far future of the universe just following physics, and this is the layman's version of that paper that they did. Is kind of the way to put it. It's like it's older now, but it's still a good read. They also explained how you could do a black hole computer, which is actually really cool.
That seems kind of sus. Okay, so
You need to read it. It's good.
The
It's
one
very,
era
very
caught
good.
my attention, the degenerate era. I'm like, what does that mean? So
Yeah,
basically,
it's when like all the regular stars are gone, and it's just like neutron stars and black holes and white dwarfs.
the leftovers are all that's left in the
The
universe.
zombie stars, the Jesus stars. It's the Jesus stars.
Jesus stars. Jesus, these stars.
So that's the heavenly, the degenerate Jesus star, zombie star era.
You know, we solved the Trinity the other day. What was it? We can explain the Trinity because of Jeebus, right? You couldn't do the Trinity before Jeebus, but of course you couldn't because they weren't talking about Jeebus before Jeebus. But never mind that. So you've got baby Jeebus, right? Like sweet baby Jeebus, preserve us. You've got living Jeebus, as in I'll beat the living Jeebus out of you, and then we've got zombie Jeebus, which is praise great zombie Jeebus and the eternal life and the brains we shall eat for all eternity. So there's your Trinity: baby Jeebus, living Jeebus, zombie Jeebus. It's like Maiden Mother Crone, except creepy as hell. But there we are. Trinity. Ta-da!
It's works.
The same being, but separated in time. Trinity. Yes.
Oh, speaking, a Kip just brought in the chat, reminded me. So I said that my Kip, my dog's collar disappeared. I found it chewed into 3 pieces. And her tag was to be found. I don't know where her tag went.
Who chewed it?
Daisy.
I was gonna say I realize that Dr. Kip loves to chew on sticks and things, but how does one chew on one's own collar?
it was Daisy.
There was an accomplice.
Yeah, Daisy's. I had to get one of the super tough ones just so Kip can't chew through it. So she's got a new collar. It's black it's got purple and blue skulls on it, which I'm hoping is Dr. Kip approved. And her new tag should be here just about any day now. So.
Were her tags not salvageable?
Her tags were gone. I can't find them.
Huh. Maybe Daisy.
I'm assuming it's somewhere in the yard. That's where I found the pieces of the collar. But I'm kind of sad because it was a Starry Night collar, and I love that collar, and I couldn't find it.
I should have worn my Starry Night today. Oh.
Yeah, I decided to get something I thought was Dr. Kip approved, but appropriate for a girl puppy. So.
I mean, I don't know that the puppy really cares much about human gendered expectations.
No, but and I don't really either. But it's just one of those things of, you know how everybody always says when they're talking about dogs, they always say "good boy," and I'm like, no, good girl. They're girls. Everybody always refers to dogs as boys and girls as girls. Dogs as boys and cats as girls. There we go. Ugh. And I've always had the exact opposite. All my cats have been male. All my dogs have been female. So.
Yeah, I'm like, I think, I mean, obviously grew up on a farm. I had creatures of every fucking kind, but I do get the general vibe that most people think of cats as feminine because it's mostly women who seem to have cats, and apparently women only get women cats, or so there's some weird mental calculus that doesn't actually involve thinking in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Hey, if you're new here, remember to hit the subscribe button. I haven't mentioned that. I am bad at broadcasting, but do help the channel grow. Do help your own algorithm. Do join us for future shows, especially if you're watching in the future. We'd love to see you in the live chat. It would be wonderful. And I'll keep hitting my desk every so often to expound on a point. Yes.
Yes.
That's oh goodness. I don't know. All right. I'm gonna run our apologist supercut for why all of this actually matters, because of the social harm being done, the harm to real people because of the nonsense in the world. I hope y'all enjoy. We will be right back, and then we'll do pink tax stuff.
I have a problem with this stuff being normalized across the spectrum, and specifically, like, why push this on kids? Why introduce this to kids?
I am a depraved wretch. I am a great sinner. I'm a worm, completely undeserving of any love or any grace. I'm nothing. I'm nothing.
You're incapable of being a good person. You're an evil person. You're a terrible person. At the core fabric of who you are. That's why we need laws. We need laws because we're bad people. All of us are bad people.
You can't spell Pride Month without demon. PRIDEMONTH.
If we don't know who the women are, because they are just people, then we won't be able to pull the women up to equality with men.
We have to try to limit the harm. And that means reducing or keeping down the number of people who transition. And that's for two reasons. One of them is that every one of those people is a person who's been damaged. But the second one is every one of those people is basically, you know, a huge problem to a sane world.
Transgenderism must be eradicated.
The LGBT, transgender, grooming our children's minds is a national security threat. We need to hold people for treason, start having some public hearings, and start executing people.
I will use whatever gives me victory. I don't care about the truth, and I don't care about the law. I care about one thing, the control.
But then they rigged the election, and now we won, so I'm going to be your president. Then what happened is they rigged the election, and I became president, so that was a good thing.
I just want to say I feel good about the Republican Party. I feel good about where we're going as a nation. We're killing all the right people, and we're cutting your taxes.
It was actually a tremendous blessing to these children for them to be killed and go to heaven and be with God.
Stop letting people pressure you into thinking.
I want to be ignorant, honestly.
Being a Christian doesn't exclude us from experiencing spiritual dryness.
And you too can prevent spiritual dryness by subscribing to the channel and upgrading your water with Epic water filters. Use code EMBER15 at checkout for 15% off. Maybe we'll do the whole ad later, but I don't want to do two ads back to back. That's just crass. And oh, look, a puppy. I am having such a squirrel moment. Oh, there we go. You're muted.
That's Pixie. She's my old girl.
Old pixies. Oh, goodness.
I was trying to very subtly get a treat to Kip so I could show off her collar, and then the other two ran in and demanded treats too. So, yeah.
Mhm, mhm.
One thing that was said in chat that I have something to say about
I miss
that
Carl. I
says,
miss Carl too. I'm planning on doing a second supercut that's like the funny shit apologists say, because so much of the shit they say is so damn serious. I'm like, we
I
need
have a couple clips to send you for that one.
yes.
But it was said, women are naturally inclined to looking beautiful in public. They do it mainly to attract men. No, we fucking do not. we wear whatever the fuck we want because we can.
Sometimes some of us
We
are
wear what
looking
makes
to
us
attract,
feel
but
good.
it's not men. Hate to tell
Yeah,
you.
but we wear what makes us feel good. I don't give a crap if I'm attractive to men or not. That is not my
Well,
concern
that's the
at
thing,
all.
is there any woman can walk into any bar anywhere in the United States and be like, "You, come with me, bring a condom." Women do not have to attract men ever, you
Yes.
know?
Ever.
It's not for men, bud,
No, we
bestie.
don't. I have been like, I literally, okay, so just for example, and this was a while back, I had just gotten back to Texas, so I had just run from my ex. I was, it was like, it was really late. It was like 11 or something. It was closing time. I was literally in my pajamas, no makeup, hair up in the messiest bun ever, and I had to run to the store and get like some like cold meds or something because I was sick. I got asked for my phone number while I was there. Like, holy crap, guys. Like, I could not have looked more unattractive if I had tried to. And I'm just like, no, like, no, being attractive to guys is not difficult. You literally just have to have a pulse most of the time.
Most of the time.
Most
Sometimes
of
not
the
even then. It's
Yeah.
never mind. No, the person who said that is a silly troll who says provocative things that they know are wrong, because saying wrong things on the internet is the best way to get people to talk to you, even if it's calling you a dumb fuck. But they'll talk to you. So that's that whole thing. Oh goodness. All right, pig tax. So fall of 2025. We're getting Santa Trump has brought us more tariffs for Christmas. Of course. You know what? I can probably make this bigger. Can I? Ooh, that's much bigger. Okay, here we go. New tariffs and state laws. So let's take a look at the pink tax, the extra costs and price discrimination women still face on everyday products and services. Reminder, this isn't an actual tax. It's just extra costs, but it's not just financial costs. It's more than a financial burden. So it's a disparity in pricing, but also the social inequalities that go along with it. For example, data show that on average, women still earn less than men. So I am suddenly reminded of when I changed over my car insurance, right? Like after I got my legal paperwork back with my name change and so forth, I contacted my insurance and I was like, hey, here's my new legal name, and we need to update my gender and my policy. And they said, well, we're happy to do that. Your premium will now be $20 more a month. Now it's only $20 more a month, but excuse? I'm like, that's extremely not legal. And they're like, no, it's not. But what are you going to do about it? Sue us over $20 a month? Come on now. And they're right.
Mm-hmm.
I can't afford a lawyer for things that actually matter. I suppose maybe someday we'll get around to doing a class action suit kind of thing. Now, to be clear, in a lot of states, it is legal for insurance companies to charge more for women, as long as they can back it up with a very biased and cherry-picked data set that shows there's a higher risk for women or something like that. Like they can justify it. Even if it's not really scientifically sound, there's still a justification. But in states like New York, where discrimination on the basis of sex or gender is prohibited explicitly in the state constitution, you can't do that. You can't lump an entire group of people together based on one shared characteristic that has nothing to do with the thing being measured, right? Like you can't say, well, blondes are better drivers than brunettes, so brunettes are going to pay, but you can't do that. It doesn't make any damn sense. And it's specifically disallowed based on sex or gender. So yeah, you could sue, but you got, granted, in a class action lawsuit situation, often the lawyer will take their payment out of what the class is awarded as a victory sort of thing, assuming they win, but you still have to pay the lawyer to get it started in the first place. Or be the lawyer, I suppose. But even filing a case can be expensive.
Even if you,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, even if you are a lawyer, it is literally every single lawyer that I've ever talked to, and I know a couple, and I'm actually really good friends with one. He said even if it was a parking ticket, he would not defend himself. He's like, I will get someone else to defend me. He's like, I will not defend myself or represent myself at all, ever. Which I kind of get.
I'm bad with quotes, but my brain tells me it was Samuel Clemens, and that's probably not correct, who said the man who represents himself has a fool for a client.
It might be, but yeah, that's I've heard that quote quite a bit. Same thing with doctors. They doctors say straight up, don't
physician treat thyself. I'll just do surgery on my own appendix. It'll be fine.
There is somebody who had to do that.
I mean, it does happen. I've had to do my own dental work.
They were in
cannot recommend.
I think it was like in Antarctica or something. It might not have been Antarctica, but it might have been in anyway, they couldn't get to medical care, and the doctor literally had to do it. Had to do their own appendicitis or appendectomy. Appendectomy.
I hate when that happens. It's I mean, we've all had to do some basic first aid on ourselves, band-aids and bandages and sterilizing wounds and shit like that. Occasionally a stitch or two, but
I have broken I've broken every single one of my ribs. I have never been to the doctor for any of them. The only time I would ever go is I would go to my regular doctor a couple months later and have them x-ray it just to make sure that it healed properly. And that was it. Because I didn't have insurance, so what was I going to do?
Hey, did you know that x-rays are cheaper than regular photos if you have no insurance? Seriously, to get a passport photo, it costs $40 from a post office or somewhere where they just do it. It's not a professional photographer. It's just meets the requirements. It's $40. But having an x-ray done is $20 to $25 per photo, at least at my hospital anyway. Oh, look, a very comfy looking shirt.
Every time I see you post tangents in the chat, I'm going to grab this.
Oh, I need to hotkey this thing because to make every change on the screen, for example, to put the chat on or off the screen, there's a toggle switch, but it's under the chat tab. To put the shirt on the screen, I have to go to the QR codes tab and then click another button to make sure it shows up vertically. And so I have to click so many things to make each individual thing happen. So I need hotkeys so I can just go do, and it's, I don't have to click 20 different things. Whatever. It's fine. It's just production stuff. It's fine. Pink tax. Right. We were doing a thing.
Yeah. Feminist Friday. Woo!
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah, strained budgets, bad times, much tariff. No good. The pink text reminds us that discrimination can occur in unexpected places, even in the products and necessities we buy. And given all the talk of tariffs in the second administration, some data show these costs could also hit women harder. Just the men under the second felon administration could hit women harder. Go figure. What is the pink tax? At its heart, pink tax is related to extra cost women often pay for products and services marketed specifically to women. So the pink tax often refers to state sales taxes on menstrual products, for example. The feminine hygiene products are
considered luxury
considered necessities for many women, but many states tax them anyway, as if they were luxury items.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
I mean, they're like I've said before, I mean, like, they are not cheap, like, to begin with.
Well, cheap is it's a relative thing, and it depends on where you are socioeconomically, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, there have been times
I
in
will
my
say-
life when, you know, a $6 cup of coffee was nothing, and there's other times in my life when it's like it's either that
Yeah.
or all the other food I could eat that day, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Although I will say this, and my mom told me this, and my dad also told me this. He said, he's like, whenever you find a man, if he will not go to the store for you and get your feminine products, toss him. Like, he should be able to go to the store and pick them up for you. Which is honestly, I should have listened to their advice. I wish I would have. I would have been much better off if I did. But
Yeah,
my
that's like
parents
a
were right.
minimum standard level thing, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's self-confidence. It's caring more about doing something nice for the people in your life than how other people think of you, right? Like, even if you don't know what the hell you're doing, you just walk in, you get the thing. Oh, people will think I've got a vagina. Seriously, home slice. You have a 3-foot beard. No one's going to think that. If anything, they're going to assume you are one of the people lucky enough to be in a relationship with a person with a vagina. Or maybe you're even luckier and have a child who has a vagina.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. Real quick, while Kip's in the chat, this is the new caller. So I hope it's Kip approved.
I mean, it's got skulls.
Yeah.
I think I do believe Dr. Kip is a fan of skulls.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I named her after him. I would like the caller to be Kip approved too. I mean, she likes it, but that's kind of beside the point. She's a dog.
Yeah, you know. It's just it's goodness. Yes. Okay, so but it's not just feminine hygiene products, right? Men typically don't buy personal care items of the same volume, type, quality, quantity, etc. It's not just feminine hygiene products. It's also like shampoo, for example, right? Like men's shampoo are a 13-in-1 shampoo, conditioner, body wash, defungus agent, etc. Women you can get a combined shampoo and conditioner, but no one does because it's awful. You've got shampoo, you've got conditioner, you've got a separate body wash, you've got your shaving cream if you still use a shaver, etc. Like, there's all these different products, whereas men can just get the cheaper 14-in-1 that doesn't really work, but no one cares, you know? Let's see, price disparity. So women get taxed for more things that men don't need, and better hygiene generally. You have to pay more for that, and you're taxed more for that, plus lower income on top of that. Amazing. Also, I knew there was a thing. The Mighty Filbert became a member, and Secular Feelinist just did. So yeah, thank you both for joining. Cinder is the highest level of support, and I very, very much appreciate that. That gets you all the goodies, not just the custom emojis, but all the exclusive content, the member-only streams, which we're doing next Wednesday, I believe, is November's member stream. I may do more of those as time and opportunity allows, but for right now, I'm doing them at least once a month. And among other things, you get your name in the credits at the end of the show. It's the Cinder levels who are on there. So I get to add 2 more people for next month, and that's awesome too. But thank you so much, and I hope you enjoy. all the various goodies. I knew there was something. I'm like, it's important. You have to remember
is
to do
awesome.
December. And
It
then it just
is.
stuck in my brain as there's a thing you need to do. Oh
Yeah,
goodness.
being a member is awesome. Like I highly the last member, I think it was the last member stream. I'm sorry if I missed one since then. You missed Spooky Bed Hair getting into a chat war. That kind of stuff happens.
Sometimes.
So
I mean,
they're
that's
fun.
that's
You
that's
wanna be-
fun. Well, okay. In fairness, it was more fun for me than anybody else, but it was still very fun. Because like I'm like, oh, I might even be able to pay my rent this
Me.
month. It's oh boy.
Oh my
boy.
god, that's
It's a whole
so
thing.
we have fun over there. So they are worth it.
Yeah, it's sometimes it's different things. I try to keep it interesting. I try to do something that isn't just like more of the same content I've been doing anyway. Like sometimes I will do the part 2s of videos that we didn't finish on this show. And sometimes I'll review something completely different from the stuff we normally cover. And sometimes there've been occasions, I think Left-Handed Jedi sent me a very large super chat at one point, specifically so I could get Starfield, so we could play Starfield on a show. And so we played Starfield on a show.
Ooh.
Which was fun too. Yeah, because space. Oh, I get so excited about space. Where the fuck is Kyle? We need Kyle, and we need to do a space show. Not on Hot Topic, but like a random afternoon show. Or evening.
This is the
or
color
something. I mean, I bet she eats.
Now she left. Yeah, she's
I
the
bet she eats
color.
more than collars. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
man.
part of it. For the color.
The
Chewed right through
broken
it.
bits. I've
Yep.
seen a few doggos do that sort of thing. It just they get cooperative, and then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
Like, stop helping each other.
Oh yeah.
Why would you do that? What the hell is going on? I'm seeing weird shit happening.
There is somebody who is trying to claim that women would want to be attractive and want to do makeup and want to look attractive for their partners, blah, 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 no matter what, because apparently he's never talked to a woman before in his life. And he has a woman sitting right here saying, I don't give a fuck what I look like. I don't care. I don't want to wear a ton of makeup. If my partner better find me just as attractive the moment I wake up as the moment that I look on what would be the fanciest date night ever. If I do not look just as attractive to him, then he needs to find someone else because he ain't for me.
That's a valid thing, really. Like the whole point of being in a relationship is feeling attracted. Just, but never mind. That's a whole other thing. Sapphire has figured me out. I am, in fact, the Portal 2 space orb. I don't know what that means because I still haven't finished the first Portal game, but it sounds cool and I'm in. Do you want to be a space orb? That fits the song too well.
Oh my god.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. Examples of pink tax. Higher dry cleaning and tailoring costs because women's clothing. Higher costs for smaller sizes of products like razors, shampoo, deodorant, relative to the cost and size of similar personal hygiene products designed for men. Higher price tags of toys and equipment marketed to girls like pink bikes, scooters, and helmets that cost more than identical red or blue bike, scooters, and helmets, etc. And the period tax is just the extra fee. Like the fact you have to buy something because of your biology is bullshit, but then to charge sales tax on top of it, fucking hell. So some states have they've passed laws to try to deal with the pink tax. For example, 3 years ago, New York eliminated the pink tax on certain goods and services. It didn't work, folks. Ohio also eliminated the pink tax around the same time. California claims to have eliminated the pink tax with services more than a decade ago. And a new state retail law, effective now, bans gender-based price discrimination on products. There's an easy way around that, though. You just say to the state, hey, the razor, it may be marketed to a gender, but it itself does not have a gender. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, ha ha, ha. What are we supposed to ask Ember? What's going on?
They were talking about Dr. Kip's book. I said, don't make me show it.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we can do that. I rode through the side chat with the book with no name. Or something. My unfinished sock says, don't show Dr. Kip's book. Like and share the stream instead. I mean, you could do both. We can do both.
You can do all of the above.
Oh my goodness. Oh, what the hell are we doing? No pockets, right, Ryan? No pockets. That's not even a tax. That's just fucking hate.
That's a massive pet peeve of mine. Even my, like, I hate the fact that I even have to carry a bag, because my phone will want to fall out of my pocket half the time. I can't keep anything in my front pockets because they're not deep enough. We need pockets. We need deep pockets. We need pockets we can actually store stuff in.
It helps. In fact, I remember my my oldest was somewhere around 9 or 10. When they tried to put no, it would have been 12, because they got their phone when they were 12 before I left to go be an over-the-road truck driver. That's why, because I gave them their phone early so they could stay in touch. And so they were trying to put their phone in their pocket, and it only went halfway in. And they just went, this is why we need feminism. I deserve fucking pockets. They didn't say fucking because they were 12, but you get the idea.
Yeah. It's just like, it's infuriating. It's absolutely infuriating.
Muttley understands women. There's only one thing women want. Starts with P, ends with S. It's pockets. Oh shit. Oh goodness.
I concur.
Yeah, I see people talking about, like, we don't actually know the troll in chat's gender. I don't believe they've said, but also, like, major boy vibes on the shit they're saying.
Oh yeah.
And I mean boy vibes, not as in male, but as in very youthful, inexperienced, ignorant of the world male.
Yeah.
Like boy, little boy vibes. Yes. My Nvidia song says, don't make false dichotomies. Like and share the stream instead. Oh shit, I need Mark Reed's irony emoji. It's amazing. I love it. Oh, it's goodness. Oh. Why do all women have purses? Clothing designer shortly before sewing fake pockets into pants. Oh, it's so rude. It's so.
There's actually, and it's started off just as like an internet joke, but that the purse industry is why women have no pockets, so that they can force women to have to carry bags.
I mean, pluses and minuses. Purses have been a thing for hundreds of years, but the capitalism too. Yeah, that's right. Real Talk said they were a 26 6-month-old. So that makes them
Although I do
13?
have to say, I have like the coolest one ever.
What now?
I have the coolest purse ever.
Oh, look. It's a Moimid. With the oh, that's so cool. Oh, it's got the little starfish singing. Like I love accessories that have their own accessories. I get unreasonably excited about details like that.
Yeah, I love this, and it's like because I don't carry much on me. Like I carry my phone, I carry I carry my earbuds and like the stuff that I need in my wallet, and like maybe a little tiny thing of meds just in case, and that's it. Like I think I might have some lip balm in there, but I usually don't. So I don't carry very much.
So as you know,
Never have.
I'm very poor. I have 2 purses because our dear friend Robin Webster sent me one. I have a big old grandma purse that I've got like baby wipes and makeup and spare emergency tampons, and I think I've got like some Tylenol in there, something, for when I need to boost my brain fluid. A few other odds and ends, and then my little purse is like just my IDs and like a toothpick. And then there's a bigger pocket for like when I need to shove something in, like my sunglasses case,
Yeah.
It's just my grab and go. I'm running to the store real quick purse versus my I have everything I could possibly need purse.
Oh, my camera's being stupid again.
We broke it. I thought you turned it off because you were getting up to mischief.
No, I did not. I don't have any mischief to get up to at the moment.
Well, that's a problem. Like, why not though? Like always
I don't
always have
know why
mischief.
not. But it's being stupid, that's for damn sure.
Live broadcasting, folks. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's always something. I guess just be glad that it's only a camera. I mean, I could do that too. I could be a pretty picture.
I need to get one. Like I've had some issues with this one. I might actually do that this week and try to get a new one. I will be right back. Let me reload the page real quick and see if that helps.
Okay, we're gonna reload the Lilith.
All right.
And while we're at it, let's hydrate because it's time for an ad. Haha.
Yes.
Hey folks, I've been working hard on my health, and so far I've lost over 140 pounds. A huge part of good health is hydration. That's why I'm thrilled to partner with Epic Water Filters. Check this out. Not only can you say goodbye to expensive bottled water, but these filters are made in the US, so no tariffs, and they're made to fit your life. From these lovely pitchers I can fill from, to sink units, to portable filters that fit in your reusable bottle. With Epic, I can refill from nature's water sources and not have to worry about bacteria and whatnot. But also, send back a used filter to be responsibly recycled, and they'll send you a free replacement, saving you and the earth even more. Want to save a ton of money, be healthier, and build a better world? Head to epicwaterfilters.com and enter code EMBER15 at checkout for 15% off. Don't settle for random water. Upgrade to Epic. Hell yeah. It's even called Epic. Like, it's Epic Loot. You can get your own Epic Loot. I fucking love it. I love it. I'm so happy. Yes, thank you, SF. That we finally got. It's technically a partner, a sponsor. It doesn't matter. I'm so happy. And I'm glad that it's such a cool thing, and it's great. It's great. I could gush. I could gush. Sometimes I do gush, but we'll save the gushing for another time. As Jester says, there is always mischief. How's your mischief, Lil?
My mischief is not mischiefing correctly.
We have not succeeded in the mischief management.
No.
Jester, we need an experienced mischief manager.
Help!
Oh, goodness.
If anybody happens to know a good USB webcam that is not stupid expensive, please send me a link on Discord. I would appreciate it because this one is a piece of crap, apparently.
I mean, I don't know what you've got, but I'm using a Logitech. What is it? I can't see the brand designation on the front of the damn thing. It's like a C920. I don't know. It's like 15 years old. Again, I'm very poor, but the damn thing has outlived like 5 computers. It's pretty reliable.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it. But if I'm off camera, that means I can do crazy stuff over here, and you would have no idea.
I've actually done that before. Like I'll pop my camera off, especially when someone else is talking, but I'll leave the microphone on so I can answer questions if I have to or something, and I'll like sneakily, go change into a different outfit or something, or find a hat that I can't reach, or grab my horns from over on top of my bookcase or something. It just, you could get up to so much mischief even while a show is running. I've actually thought about it.
Yeah.
Like, for example, the Starry Night collar you mentioned. I have a Starry Night dress that I haven't worn in a while, and I was like, I could just like sneak off and change really quick and then see if anybody notices. It could be fun, but I'm not sure what hat to go with it, because like this hat, it's fine. I can make it my Pope of Atheism hat. Ta-da!
Yeah.
I'm now the Bishop of
I like
Bullshit,
it.
apparently, or something. But like, it goes well with purple stuff. What am I going to do with it? Like a Starry Night dress? I don't have. I suppose I could just cut an ear off. That would be too soon. I know. Rip Vincent. I can hide an ear. I can camouflage. No ear here, boys. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't hear you. Oh, stop, Ember. I'm gonna get me canceled. He was mean to the ghost of Vincent. I love Vincent. I love his artwork. I'm just a horrible person. It's probably because I have no morals, because I'm a godless sinner. Whatever the fuck that means. Let's see. Virginia, Colorado, Iowa, and Nebraska also recently either eliminated sales tax on feminine hygiene products, which actually does help slightly, or reduced state sales tax on those products. Texas eliminated its tampon tax. Did they do it for all? Is it just tampons? Like, are they saying, hey, you can have a tampon, but not a
I think
pad?
it's all feminine hygiene issues
Okay.
or products. I think. I hope so.
I hope so too, because like, holy fuck. In fact, I've heard talk from the sort of people who are the type of people who make the laws in the state of Texas that they should ban tampons because it like is harmful for virginity reasons or something. Because the male legislators in Texas have no idea how women's bodies work, but never mind that. Like,
okay, I am
no
going
idea.
to grab a Logitech one.
Jester sends a super chat for $2 and reminds us Lil didn't do mischief, so now it's happening to her, and that's good advice. If you don't mischief,
I blame Jester. If mischief is afoot, it is Jester's fault. Always.
I mean, blame Jester is a thing. It is a thing we do. It's part of the culture. It's part of the zeitgeist. It is inescapable.
Yeah. Hang on 1 second. Let me try changing one thing real quick. Be right back.
We're changing things. How dare we can't just change things. Not in this. I can't even do that with a straight face. I mean, technically, I can't do anything with a straight face because I am as far from straight as you can get. Oh, my darlings, I can't even draw a line straight. But I'm channeling a little Rolly there, aren't I? All right, we have goodies coming up next week. We're starting off with a fun game. Monday's show is Pride or Prejudice. You could probably figure out what that's all about. It'll either go very, very amusing or very badly. We'll find out. Tuesday is Girl Parts. We'll find out what that is supposed to mean, too. It probably has something to do with anatomy. I scheduled these shows a couple of weeks ago. I can't remember exactly what I was thinking, but I did have content set aside for some of them. Wednesday. Ow, damn it. I hurt my nail. Schopenhauer. There's more dark incel psychology to cover. So we're going to get into the deep dark world of people being manipulated to think they know how to manipulate people. It's pretty dark. Member stream Wednesday evening, currently scheduled. Thursday, our girl flavored girls, they're spicy girls. We're pumpkin flavored hotties next Thursday. That should be fun. And that we'll talk about like the flavors we like, the flavors we don't like, ways to express flavor, ways to express flavor as a gender, you might say, a performance in a social situation. Like, because, okay, so there's people who really, really like pumpkin spice and they have outfits themed about it. And there's other people who don't like pumpkin spice. They prefer like mint flavored winter things and so forth. And then Friday, we've got Women Ruined Everything, the women who blame women. I'm pretty sure that's Friday. Yes. And then I've started to schedule the following week. It'll be fine. But bunch of fun, wonderful stuff. I hope you join us for those as well as the other assorted goodies we do here. And it seems Lil has gotten herself kind of sorted out. So hooray, welcome back.
Hello. Thank you. Yes, I think what was happening is I think like the USB that it was plugged into was just a little wonky. So I plugged it into another one and ta-da.
Oh, your hole was defective, is what you're saying.
Yes.
All right, now we're ready to start the show. I've got my fucking mojo going. It only took an hour and 20 minutes. It's fun. This is what happens when Ember has time to eat breakfast properly and take her meds. Holy shit. All right. There is no federal pink tax ban, however. The Pink Tax Repeal Act has been introduced to Congress more than once. However, the legislation has not gained enough votes to move through the House or the Senate. It sounds like they need a digestive aid, if only there weren't a tax on that to get things to pass through, you see. Jokes are always funnier when you explain them. CVS stuff, tampon tax back refund. Purchasers in certain states to get a sales tax refund on some feminine hygiene products. The coalition led by industry brands. Of course, it's the brands. The brands are like, hey, don't come at us about pink tax stuff. Let's work together and get you refunds from the state. Let's all work together against the state.
Just so they can jet their prices up just a little bit. So you're still paying the same, just they get the money, not the state.
So studies show that gender price discrimination can cost women in practical, physical, and financial ways. Data from the Economic Policy Institute show that women still make about 20% less on the dollar than men. There's nuance, there's asterisks, but yes. Similar numbers from various studies show that women are likely to spend more for necessities like healthcare, clothing, and housing than similarly situated men. And there's a whole bunch of different causal factors associated with that. For example, women need specialized doctors for women's issues, whereas men are just the default. So you can just go to your primary care doctor, you know?
Yeah.
Kip says he is going vishless today, which is always a shame. I mean, of course, you feel entitled to present yourself however you are feeling confident and comfortable with. But I mean, Vish does add a lot to the show. But this is Kip's show later on today. 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific. There's the link.
I'm already there.
Of course.
I haven't loaded it up that way, like I don't accidentally forget about it.
Well, that's why I mentioned it now, because I will forget about it later, because I forget things. As soon as they're off screen, my object permanence just drops out of sight. Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Lawrence is like, vishless? Nope, I'm out. Peace,
This
bitches.
just means Dagon gets double the treats. Now that he doesn't have to share with Vish.
Is that how that works? Is that how you get Vish on your show? Is you give her treats? I should try
Yes,
that.
I give Dagon and Vish treats all the time. Kip gets sticks.
Okay. I should definitely try that because I've been trying to get, well, it's not just Vish. It's also like Dapper and Erica and even Plainer Walk. Although I have a pretty good idea of what Nikki would like, but we won't get into that right now. Pink tax. Yes. A New York study found, let me make it big again. Pink tax found that women products are on average 13% more expensive than similar men's products. It's garlic bread. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's garlic bread. 13% more expensive than similar men's products. As a result, when products that are essential for women, like feminine hygiene products, are taxed as luxury items, that can have a significant financial impact. Things that you need to survive in modern society are luxuries. You know, like teeth, the luxury bones.
Yes.
Hell. The high and rising cost of period products has also led to an epidemic of period poverty, where an estimated 1 in 4 women and girls cannot afford feminine hygiene products. Period poverty affects millions of women, and studies show that struggling to pay for menstrual products and not having those products can damage social, emotional, and actual physiological health. It says menstrual health, but menstrual health is part of your actual body's health. So, yeah. In terms of monetary costs, when California passed its pink tax ban, the state estimated, it didn't eliminate the women, it estimated that women paid more than $2,300 for goods and services marketed to them at higher prices than similar goods and services marketed to men. That comes to about $188,000 over a woman's lifetime. Now, when we're talking time spans like that, remember, it's always in present day dollars. Like if you were to put that into the dollar value of at the end of the woman's lifetime, like say she lives to 82 years and she's 40 today, that means it would be approximately $1.3 trillion. Or if she's like 40 today and you put it into like 1985 money, then it would be like $60. So remember, when you're talking about the span of a lifetime, the specific year you're doing the value evaluation in matters a lot because inflation is crazy.
Yeah.
47 billion for all women in California. My goodness. Pink tariffs. Okay, Politico, in its Women Rule newsletter, recently reported that the president's trade war could disproportionately impact women. I mean, it could. Yeah. I mean, it's extremely bad for everyone in every possible way, but still. The authors cite data and studies showing that the tariff impacts consumers with lowering incomes more, and that women also carry more burden from the tariff hikes. One researcher reportedly found that in 2022, tariff rates for women's clothing were on average 16.7% compared to 13.6%. The result, Women Rule says, is a $2.7 billion gender gap. Now, there's an important thing to note here. A lot of women's clothing is from Wish.com, Temu.com, Halera, Cider, etc. It's overseas. It's all imported because we don't make them domestically. Whereas men's clothing is also imported because we don't make things domestically.
Yeah,
but
they're just not we don't have the industry here to do it anymore. We used to, we don't anymore.
But remember, tariffs are nation specific, right? Like Lee jeans are made in like Bolivia or something, whereas everything from Wish.com is from mainland China, and everything from Temu is from like Indonesia and Taiwan, you know? So since we put the tariffs on specific countries, we control who's paying more for what based on what it is and where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Love it. I don't want to do tariffs anymore. Shit, we are running out of show. I don't know if we're even going to get out of pink tax today. Oh, wait, there it is. Stay tuned.
There's been an awful lot of pink tangents.
I know it happens.
But
People-
hey,
tangents here. I
if
am
you're
shocked
not
you would
here
even
for the
suggest such a thing.
tangents, what
I
are
stay
you doing?
laser focused on the topic.
If you're not here for the tangents, what are you doing?
It's true. It's true. All right. I do want to make sure to actually remember to do the poll today. So I've had a poll running. What is the worst? 17% say pointlessly gendered products, which is valid. 22% say inferior versions of products, which is valid. 26% say engineered needs, which is valid. And 35% say the pink tax, which is valid. They're all valid. They're all true. They're all the worst
Too
collectively.
bad you can't do 5 and then just do all of the above.
I mean, I could do it with 4. I could do 3 options and then just all of the above or none of the above or what. I mean, I can do. It's just I'm limited to a maximum of 4 choices, which is weird because YouTube will take an unlimited amount of data in the form of a 4K streaming video of infinite size or whatever. Yes, we're not broadcasting in 4K because this software doesn't do that. But we could, we might, but God's forbid you put more than 35 characters in a text box on the side chat screen,
Yeah.
That uses up too much data. Fucking hell. Facebook does the same thing, in a different way. They compress the fuck out of your photos because it takes up too much data, but they will let you do 4K streams all day long with no qualms, no question. It's leave my photos alone, Facebook. Speaking of, well, not really speaking of, but no, it's not really related at all. Here's 10 absurd products for women. Because we're not just talking about pink versions. We're talking about products for women, but duh. So I'm going to skip most of the random nonsense. The titty bear. We don't even get a photo of this. It's you get to visualize. The titty bear is a product made to prevent your breasts from squishing together through the night. The bear hugs you back between your boobs, upright, keeps them separated in order to prevent your chest area from wrinkling and showing other signs of aging. You stick the little bear right between your boobies before going to sleep and wake up with your chest looking better than ever, apparently. We're not sure if this is something anyone is in need of, but the product exists in case breast wrinkling is something you're worried about. I do appreciate the name. I love a good bad pun.
Yeah. Puns are always good.
Yeah. I mean,
titty bear.
in a way. So I have like a meter long shark, as most trans people do. Mine is exceptionally squishy and fluffy and whatnot, so I will occasionally squish it. And when I squish it, sometimes it winds up, kind of squished in the middle because it's a squishy. And
yeah,
I fucking love giant stuffed animal. Like I could just hold it with my whole body. It's so nice.
Oh yeah. Oh, trust me. I get the stuffed animal thing. So
I loved them when I was little, but the biggest one, so that's definitely a memory of childhood thing. Like I'd probably still like it anyway, but there is some leftovers from childhood. And like the biggest one when I was little was a Sylvester the cat who was 3 feet tall. So once I was bigger than 3 feet tall, it just wasn't possible to have a big enough stuffed animal anymore. But now we live in the 21st century when everything is cheap and made of death, and we can have giant stuffed animals. And so I do. And it's,
yeah.
I mean, if you have to live in the present, you may as well enjoy it, right?
Yeah. Damn it, Jester. Stop it.
It's wild. It's okay. Earplugs. Now, of course, there's earplugs for everyone, but why are there earplugs for women? Let's find out. Max makes high quality earplugs for everybody, but this line missed the mark. Mac's Dream Girl soft foam earplugs are advertised as providing the ultimate comfort for women with smaller ear canals. This is a perfect example of an absurd product for women. They're just like all the other earplugs, except Dream Girl earplugs are pink and apparently slightly smaller. If size was the issue, Max could have simply offered a variety of earplug sizes. And it's, I mean, look, I'll make it big. This is their marketing. Like,
Wow.
they're pink and they're for smaller ear canals. Fucking, but they don't make earplugs for children. And also, like, okay, if you want to market earplugs for women, aim at snoring husbands. That's gonna be your market. Fucking hell.
Or snoring dogs.
I mean, possibly. Ay. So, yeah, the Max Dream Girl earplugs are still being proudly advertised on their Instagram, at least at time of publication. Pens! There are pens. You know there are pens. Everybody has pens. I have pens. In fact, I have my favorite pen that I've ever liberated from anyone ever. It's my booby pen. I carry my boobies around stuff because I got the booby and it's squishy. It's like other boobies you may have seen on streams, but this one has a removable tip and it can write things. It's so weird,
mine, but I can't.
It wiggles and I love it.
I would show my favorite one, but I can't.
It's not for live streams.
No.
Oh, because your camera's broken.
Yeah.
Right. Never mind. I knew that. I was just being silly. I promise. Pens. Bic carries several different pens marketed towards women. Ellen drew attention to this several years ago when Bic came out. They came out with pens for her. The pens are beautifully smooth and designed to fit a woman's hand. These completely normal-looking pens come in pink and purple, and unsurprisingly, they're much more expensive than Bic's conventional pens. Bic also carries crystal for her ball pens and for her pens in assorted colors.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, the link is broken. But I'm sure you've seen pink pens that are like, it's for women and shit. Like, finally, pens for the ladies. And they only cost twice as much. Fucking hell. Tea. Wow. Another product that's entirely unnecessary. I mean, don't get me wrong, tea is great. But women's tea is unfortunately kind of common. Popular brands like Yogi Tea carry teas for women. Yogi's women's tea is a chamomile tea containing ginger and orange peel. What about that conveys no boys allowed? Yogi also carries women's energy and women's balance teas. Yogi seems to be aiming for women to embrace and love themselves, but these teas don't really seem necessary in order to do that. And there's some of the women's tea.
Yeah, like
men can't drink it. Not for you.
I don't get
it.
Like, wow.
The question, though, is does it cost twice as much?
Probably.
Wowzers. So, is that what Yogi Tea imagines self-care for women should look like?
Yes.
Laxatives. It's true. I've seen this one myself. In fact, I may have some on my... Never mind. Good news, ladies. The next time you're having a hard time pushing one out, check your local drugstore for Dulcolax, who makes a special laxative tablet just for women. It's true. Women's digestion is different. The Dulcolax laxative tablets for women are said to be perfect for women's sensitive tummies. Is this really necessary? Are regular laxatives too strong or too masculine? A laxative seems to be the same as any other, but they come in cute pink packaging. Of course.
Wow.
So yeah. And coincidentally, there's an ad for homemade laxatives.
Oh God.
Amazing. Razors. Of course, razors. We've all seen the pink razors.
The only thing that's ever been marketed to women that I've actually seen it reversed was Midol, because my dad my dad obviously he had arthritis and he had horrible headaches. He would always take Midol for whenever he wasn't feeling good at work, because it's one of the things that they had in the first aid kit. But for some reason, for him, it worked better. I've seen like 3 or 4 YouTube shorts in the last couple of months of men being like, "Why are you ladies hiding this from us? This stuff is amazing." So
I mean, it's
Yeah.
designed for like it. Okay, so it does a few different things. Midol, for anybody who doesn't know, is similar to Tylenol in that it's a pain reducer and an inflammation reducer, but it also is specifically targeted to smooth muscles. You know,
Yeah.
the kinds that cramp during your special time, sort of
Yeah.
thing. And it also contains caffeine. So like Excedrin is more effective than Tylenol because it's got caffeine.
Yeah.
Midol also has caffeine to like charge up the effect, kind of thing. That's not strictly necessary in the modern world where people drink tea, soda, coffee, etc. virtually all the time. We're constantly dosed in caffeine. But on the off chance that you're a water only goyle, that works. Anyway, so they are both acetaminophen based, but the active ingredient in Midol that makes it different, really different, is forgive me on the pronunciation, pyrilamine maleate. I am not a biochemist. I don't know what the fuck that means. We could look it up together, but the point is it helps with the cramping. And that's
like
the difference.
Yeah, but it's funny that that's one thing that I've seen men turn around and be like, "Why have you been hiding this from us? This stuff is awesome." And my dad's the one who originally did it. Like, I remember I was telling him, I'm like, "I feel terrible. I'm having all these symptoms." And he tossed me a bottle of Midol out of his bag. He's like, "Take this." I'm like, "Why do you have Midol?" He's like, "Just trust me, take it." And yeah, he was right. It works. It works great.
It's just better. It's just and it is. It really is. Like, oh my goodness. As again, very poor. I have had to make do with Tylenol when I actually needed Midol, and there is a difference. It matters. Holy shit. Ay. Razors. Yes. Let's slice and dice some shit like a demon barber of Fleet Street. Razors are a commonly gendered product. Seemingly every company from Bic to Gillette carries separate razors for men and women. Other than women razors being pink and costing much more, there isn't much difference between the products. Hair length, thickness, density vary depending on the person or the body part, so why not offer a variation of razors based on these factors rather than gender? And that kind of makes sense. Like if you're gonna do like specialized razors, then like I mean, we do it with every other shaving product, right? Like for men, there's the hair trimmer and the beard trimmer and the edge trimmer and like all sorts of styling and shit. And it just we have 14 different things for beards, but only one razor. Like, what are we doing?
I do blame you for this since you brought up Sweeney Todd, but I actually did Sweeney Todd in theater about 15 years ago. I did Mrs. Lovett, and I had the time of my life doing it. It was so much fun.
It is such a fun show. And because of other theaters doing the show, I happen to have a very dangerous looking razor right here on my desk. So any of y'all red hats who keep sending me fucking threats, I have a prop here purely for photography reasons. It's something to keep in mind because I did photos for a local community theater who was producing Sweeney Todd. And I was like, you can't do Sweeney Todd without big fucking straight razors. So I have them for photography reasons.
The funny thing about it,
bitches.
the funny thing is when I was doing it, because of course I'm old school goth and I tend to be more old school Victorian goth, I literally got to wear all my own clothes, which was really cool. And the guy who I was always fairly tall, especially with my heels. With my heels on, I was like 6'1", 6'1" or something, so I was really tall. So the guy who played Todd was like 6'6", 6'7", and a martial arts expert. The director
Damn.
wanted to show it off a little bit and said, hey, by the way, spoiler, if you haven't seen it, just FYI. So at the end, when she gets thrown into the oven, he's like, what if you kick her into the oven? And I'm like, oh, that would be awesome. And we put the mark on the ground and everything. So it looked like he was close enough to me to actually touch me, but he wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
First night, he missed, actually kicked me. I went flying through the door and landed 6 feet down on the hard ground. We're like, we might need to change around some stuff so that doesn't happen again. So I had to go out there for curtain call, and I still couldn't breathe right. It was fun though. I had a blast. I love doing that show.
It was like, I got the shit kicked out of me. It was so fun though.
He felt so bad. Like he was this guy. He was this kind of guy who was like the super like tough macho guy that's like, you think that like he could run over someone and be like, oh, oops. But no, like he was like nearly on the verge of tears on stage because he knew that he actually hurt me. He's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I was fine, by the way. I just got the wind knocked out of me, but it was a blast. It was so much fun. That was the most fun thing I've ever done in theater. I love that show.
And theater's great, not just because of the theater, not just because of the art or the audiences or the sense of community you build with your fellow performers, but because of the shit you cannot predict. You get the weirdest fucking stories out of theatrical productions, and it's amazing.
out of that same show, there's one part where I've got about a 10-second I'll say 10 seconds. It's about 15-20-second break in a song. I had to run off stage left, run outside the building all the way around, because of course the way the stage was set up, all the way around, and then back up on stage right and up a flight of stairs to continue the song. In like 15 seconds. It was next to impossible to make it. And I'm wearing 6-inch heels while I'm doing it, and I'm running at full tilt.
It seems highly inefficient.
It was, and it hurt, but it looked great when we actually got it done. I've got a video. I've got a video of it somewhere.
I just use the backstage if it were me.
Yeah.
Like, I realize often they're blocked by set pieces and shit, but like I would find a way to arrange them so I can get the fuck through.
Yeah, like I've got a video of it somewhere. I need to find it. I hope I didn't lose it in the move, but it was just like that. Yeah, that was so much fun. I love theater. So,
but more theater later. For now, we're going to talk about tools.
Tools.
And if you need a tool, never mind. we're not. Nope.
It's a tool for cleaning your water.
Every Father's Day, we're hounded with advertisements for manly gifts like lawnmowers, grills, and toolkits. But did you know that, astonishingly, women are allowed to use tools too? There are tons of pink toolkits just for women, everywhere from Home Depot to Sears. Whoa, this is an old article. It's Sears, Amazon. They offer ladies' tool sets, and usually they're pink, and there's half as many tools. And they're not as like
my drill is yellow.
Screwdriver, right? Like in a man's toolkit, a screwdriver will have a big honking handle and the shaft, and you can change out the tips. And there's like 40 different tips of different kinds and shapes and flavors, and they're magnetic and they're hardened carbon steel and etc. And in the women's toolkit, you get a flathead and a Phillips head, and they're tiny and flimsy. Why?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, do I have the wrong drill? Because my drill's yellow. So, do I have the wrong one? Am I supposed to have a pink one?
Well, I mean, I think if you're going to do drilling, that's just inherently masculine, because it's like, that is the thing that defines manliness, is doing the drilling.
There is so much I could say there that I'm not going to. One, we don't have the pirated ad anymore. Two, I don't think we want to get that graphic on stream.
Jester's got a good segue for us, though. If you need a tool to filter your water,
Ta-da!
it kind of works. Head on over to Epic Water Filters. Enter code EMBER15 at checkout for 15% off these cool fucking filters. And it's not just the filters, folks. It's not just the filters. Like, I got this bottle. It's steel. It doesn't really ring when I'm holding it. There we go. It's steel, so I can't break it. And the filter fits inside it. And this is my tap water filter, but there is a Naturey filter. And I put the Naturey filter on it, and I can refill right out of fucking lakes and rivers and shit. And the filter gets all the bad stuff, which is something that I've always fucking wanted, because while I have had a hard time adventuring this year because I'm in a lot of pain and recovering from multiple injuries, I do love to wander in the wilderness. But one of the limiting factors is having to bring water with me. And I can only carry so much, especially with all the camera gear that I'm always hauling around, because you know me, I'm going to take pictures of every fucking ladybug I see. With one of these, I only need one of these, and I can just refill from the fucking streams and ponds and shit, or the waterfalls. You chase waterfalls, there's water. It's cool, right? Anyway, thank you, Jester. It was. I realize it's late in the show, but it's never too late to plug a brand partner who wants to send me money for making all of your lives better. Hopefully better.
Jester's causing mischief.
All right, before we go, we're almost out of time. I want to get the other two things. Pinky glove. This is fucked up. This is a single-use glove that you can wear when removing a tampon so you don't get your hands dirty and icky.
How hard is it to do it without getting your hands dirty? Oh my god, it's never happened.
And if it does, you can wash your hands. You don't need to buy a special glove.
I wish you could have seen my face when I saw that. Oh my god. Wow.
I know. I'm like, what? So there was backlash on this particular product. And so this thing was quickly uninvented.
Tell
so
me this was
at
invented
least
by
went
a
away.
man without telling me it was invented by a man.
It's fucking wild. And of course, our cover art, cheese. There's special cheese for women. Monterey Jill. It's reduced fat. I should have started the show with this, because this is like a whole fucking mood. The women's cheese, the difference for the women's cheese is reduced fat. Fuck off. But also, where do you imagine? What do you think is in cheese? Where does cheese come from? Does the masculine cheese come from the boy cows?
No. They probably think so. Oh my god. No, the only time that I will approve of Jack being replaced by Jill is in Jill of All Trades, and that's only because it is a pun on my name. So
well, it rhymes, but like
yeah. Which is why I used it.
It's the feminine cheese. It's not like the masculine cheese that comes out of the fucking like Bobby says, man cheese. Exciting. Really mouth-watering. And of course, beer. Chick beer is an American lager aggressively marketed toward women. A 6-pack of these comes in pink and black containers made to look like a purse. Each bottle has a little black dress on it and some cutesy font, reminding women that this beer is low carb and lightly carbonated to prevent bloating. Unfortunately, this just serves as a reminder to women to be body conscious. Amazing. Amazing. Fucking most sexist beer you've ever heard of.
Yeah. I mean, okay, just FYI, Aunt Jer makes a good point saying that, like, yes, it with some women, it can get messy. I'm only speaking from personal experience. My experience is obviously not universal. So.
And if you need to cleanse an aroma pleasing to the Lord something, we can help with that. We have the Yahweh Away nil-scented soy candle, guaranteed to drive out all those blood deities and other shit who you prefer certain muskiness, you might say. It's a thing. It's a thing. Yeah, boy cow cheese. Very, very manly. Very badly.
I still can't light my Yahweh Away candle because I still cannot find a lighter in this house. We have candles, and I don't know how anybody in my family lights them because I can't find a lighter or matches or anything. I don't know where they are.
Well, clearly they use witchcraft. Duh. It's
yeah.
the demons. We use the demons, and the demons are hot and sulfur flavored, and so they just psh, and
Yeah.
then there's fire. That's how that works. Yeah, absolutely. All right, before we go,
okay.
I wanna thank thanks everybody. Thanks Lil for being here. Thanks folks in the side chat for hanging out with us and making me laugh quite a lot. But also, I especially want to thank people who have contributed, because this show is my job now, and I appreciate people who couldn't contribute and send stuff anyway. And there's a bunch of other ways you can contribute. Like, I recently reworked my GoFundMe because I'm at the point where I'm in danger of not being able to pay my rent, so I can't hyper focus on my medical bills anymore. But that's neither here nor there. The point is, there's options, bunch of stuff on betterthanember.com, but I do appreciate everybody who sent super chats and otherwise supported. Lilibel Trades started us off with a $10 super chat saying, gorgeous with or without makeup. You do you, Ember. I will later, though, after I've hydrated. Left-handed Jedi sent $10 saying, here's some love. Thank you, Jedi. Mighty Filbert and Secular Feelinist became Cinder level supporters and get all the benefits I can offer, including they'll be in the credits next month. Because I record the credits month to month, but they will be in the credits coming up. And Jester sent us $2 saying Lil didn't do mischief, so now it's happening to her. And let that be a lesson to everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us. It's been a weird episode, but I think it was important to talk. It was funny to talk about some of this shit, but I think it was important to talk about.
Yeah, I agree.
And as always, remember, you don't have to be a sexist asshole to be a capitalist jerk. I mean, we can do better than capitalism also. Hail, comrades, I guess. Oh, goodness.
Something like
Lots
that,
more
yeah.
shows coming up. Stay tuned, stay subscribed. And remember, you are better morally, financially, ethically, civically than fucking religion. Toodles, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks to all our patrons and top-level members for October. Miranda, Karen Butcher, Jessica the Transmetal Alchemist, Robin Webster, Maya Adkison, Jimmy Tux, Ian Chen, Kalasia, Lilith, The Barely Bearable Atheist, Eric Wander, Jason Jacoby, Godless Engineer, Jester, Lilibel Trades, Deviant Outcast, and Kelly King, the Detroit Atheist Queen. And you can add your name here next month by signing up at patreon.com/betterthanember, or by joining Emberships here on YouTube at the Cinder level, which includes all the custom emojis, tons of member-exclusive content, member-only live streams, and a bunch of other stuff. I deeply appreciate all the supporters who keep this channel going. Thank you all so much. Because of you, we're building a wonderful community that I'm very proud of.
Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn